Hey guys, Matty231 here. Just a quick video, well not a quick video, I'll probably drag it out because I love this car so much, but introducing one of my latest project that I got about 4 months ago in August 2020. It's a E55 AMG, a 2004. This is a Japanese JDM vehicle. In New Zealand we get a lot of Japanese imports. I've got, at the moment in the garage, I've got this, the E55, I've got an S600, I've got a E550, and my wife's got an ML350. I did have a 2019 C63, which I sold back to the dealer just because I didn't drive it enough and it was costing a lot of money, so got rid of that unfortunately. But guys, I love the E55 more, frankly, than the C63S, I'm going to be honest. I love the new Mercedes, I think they're all awesome. People hate on them, but I think they're great. However, I do really like the E55. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let you introduce the E55. Got the bonnet up just for reasons of showing you, she's not broken down. Now this car's in Alabaster White. An Alabaster White paint colour. Now the funny thing is this car came into New Zealand about 5 years ago, 6 years ago now, and I picked it up in August last year, and it was really tidy. It drove real well, but to be honest, it was not up to scratch how I wanted it. Like I'm not super fanatic about how tidy my cars are, but this one definitely wasn't up to my standard, which is probably 8 out of 10. If 10 was like a crazy psychotic mint car, I'm probably 8 out of 10 on that scale of keeping my cars mint. Now, one thing you might notice straight away is this door. And I only noticed this after buying it, having a proper look at it. You can probably tell it's a slightly different color. So first up on the list this year for 2021 is to get this door repainted. And the paint itself, you probably can't see it, guys, in the cam. Oh no, you can actually. See how the panel, it definitely doesn't have a nice reflection, like the clear coat on it, I assume is not as nice. The paint job's not as nice on this door. So we're gonna get this resprayed for a start. We're also gonna get both front fenders done. So new front fender resprays, new badging. I'm gonna rip those badges off, throw them out, buy brand new ones. Same on this side. But this side of the car, the door is fine. Now I paid for this car 15,000 New Zealand dollars, which is like, you could say 10,000 US or 9,000 US dollars, right? Now I've done a lot to it. I've already spent, it owes me currently $20,000. I've spent $5,000 on it, so like 2 or 3 grand US. Just for you guys in America and anyone familiar with that currency, obviously. Now this is the engine bay. I've already detailed it quite a lot, at least to my ability. Everything was real dirty. This was all black. I've tidied all this up, polished it. I use an aluminium polish for this, just so you know, and they look real nice, real shiny. And I used a brush and some degreaser on this. It's pretty easy. So I did that a few times. I've also done the supercharger belt and the bearing. The bearing in the supercharger pulley was pretty bad. I had to use a heat gun to a blowtorch, sorry, to get that bolt out. It took a long time. So if you're getting stuck with that, you can do it yourself. Put a bit of heat on it, and I used a 24 mil. I'm living in my mother-in-law's at the moment because we sold our house. So I don't have a nice setup, and that's one of my goals, is to get a proper setup instead of just all this shit everywhere. Yeah, I bought this sucker 24 mil to get that bolt off. It was real hard. And then what I did in the end is put a VRP, bought a new VRP supercharger bolt and stuck that on in there. I don't even have hands to pull it off. Other things we've done under the hood before I move into the inside, just so you guys know. Over Christmas I did the valve cover gaskets. I wanted to repaint them, but I've just degreased them. They were real dirty. New valve cover gaskets, new spark plugs, the coils and the plugs, the ignition plugs, I think you call them, they were fine. So I left those all as is. New spark plugs, 16 of the bastards. But yeah, she's all good now. Polished up, cleaned the SBC unit. Under the hood here, it was like real messy. I've done a mint job compared to what it was. But still, I'm trying to figure out, does anyone know how I can get rid of all this dirt? Even on the hood here, it's not too bad, but just some of the stuff, like I saw a guy using a steam gun thing. I don't know if you guys have any feedback on what I can use to get just some more of the dirt off. Like, it's pretty, as you can tell, or I hope you can tell, it's pretty tidy. But yeah, also I put a new, just a couple of weeks ago, a brand new coolant reservoir in. The other one was like split and like not leaking, but you could see it was weeping from the edges. So I thought, well, before that blows up when I'm in the middle of somewhere and I've got to get a tow home, I replaced that. Also replaced this, this split. So this is just a brand new intake hose, real cheap and easy to do. And all the hoses, where possible, I've been applying like a rubber rejuvenator to them. When I bought the car, I was lucky enough that these headlights also had new lenses put in them, so that was real cool. Now before I close the hood, I think that's everything. I've done the supercharger oil. That's pretty tricky. I've done the let me just put this camera down here for a sec, guys. So I've see the VIP bolt there. I got a new bearing pressed in. I've got two of the bloody things. I've got a spare bearing as well now, which is good because I'll probably need it at some point. I polished these all up real nice as well with the aluminium polish. Even these little bits have polished up. You can see the intake, the valve covers are nice and shiny. Sorry, not nice and shiny, but nice and clean anyway. And there was one other thing I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, the supercharger oil. You probably can't see it on camera here. It's right there. There's a bolt here. You can just see it on my camera. And I took that out, put some like hose in there. Put some hose in there and sucked the old oil out, put the new oil in. Still got plenty of it left. Just so you guys know, it's this stuff here. Christ, that's like toxic as jet oil. So this is I can't remember now, I did it a few months ago. It was like clear, pretty clear oil. The stuff I took out was black as. So if you buy one of these K compressor cars, you really need to consider sucking the oil out and replacing it in the supercharger here. And yeah, I've done everything else, engine oil, coolant partially done. And I'm still, just the only thing I need to do is the brake fluid, but yeah, I've done the steering fluid as well. Everything I can do just to make sure the car's happy. Anyway, we'll go inside. Now, if there's one thing that really helped when I bought the car, all of the wheels had real bad curbing or road rash on them. So I got them all fully repainted and redone. So they're like mint brand new now. This brake dust, literally I cleaned it yesterday, it's so bad. New center caps. Now guys, buy the genuine ones. Don't buy Chinese rip-offs. I've bought Chinese rip-offs, they do not look or feel or fit as well as these. Look at these, they look brand new, they're beautiful. Buy genuine parts where possible. Did the brake discs, they were pretty bad on when I bought it. Brake pads as well. I cleaned up these calipers. Now, just quickly, if you've got a lot of old brake dust on your car, it took me years to figure this out, but the best way to get real old brake dust off your calipers is this stuff, Autosol. So I use that for the exhaust tips, which you can see nice and shiny. There's no black soot on the edges of them. I got rid of all that. So this for that. And also, as I just said, for the brake calipers, the aluminium polish I use in my big mess of shite. I can't find it. Where is it? I might not be able to find it here. It's basically Autosol as well, right? It's Autosol aluminium polish. No. Oh, here it is. 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 The sucker here. This is great for cleaning the little aluminium bits inside the engine bay. Cool. Now, open her up inside. You can see inside. Beauty. One thing I want to point out to you guys straight away, if you own any AMG, I want you guys to invest in a leather-eek. Anything with Napa leather. Leather-eek, you'll see other videos on it. AMG Meister is a guy I follow. This stuff is legendary. This is the best product in my 12 years of owning cars. That's the best product I've ever bought. So this car's done 173,000 Ks, right? These seats were stuffed. Like these seats were like super shiny. I've done 2 applications thereabouts of Leatherique now, and they're a little bit shiny, but these are like in mint condition now compared to what they were. Look at the seat. All of this here, guys, this was all cracked real bad, especially on this edge here. Now look at the leather grain. It's literally like new again. That's how good that stuff is. You need to buy Leatherique. Now in here in New Zealand, we're 5,000 miles away from anywhere, so we basically pay the same cost in shipping to get it here. So yeah, we get ripped real bad. But anyway, it's such good stuff. And I just did the back seats yesterday. So this car's done, you know, 100,000 miles, 105,000 miles, 170,000 Ks. And that stuff has really restored this leather back to new again. I'm going to keep applying it as well. It's mint. Anyway, inside the car, Leatherique on the steering wheel. This used to be real shiny and real horrible, like it, you know, it just looked used, whereas now this wheel looks more factory. I did put a new wheel in. Sorry, I took a part car, took the wheel off it and put it in this one, because my other wheel was really badly worn, like all around here. So I've done that now, she's all good. Got 2 keys as well, luckily. I bought this off eBay, this back plate. This is a real good cheap knockoff version that's good quality, because I hate cheap knockoffs, but this actually is like legit the real thing for like 20 bucks. Like my AMG that I had just told you before, the C63 had this, and I compared the two and they're pretty much the same. They are the same in my view. Chuck her in. Got my radar. Cool. So again, a Japanese car, a lot of things are in Japanese. What's left to do in this car for me is a radio. Any ideas, guys, what I could put in there? Needs to be factory looking though. I want a factory looking radio. We've got the Japanese one here at the moment, which is fine, but literally it's useless. I can only listen to some Bluetooth audio through an adapter and that's it. Interior, as I said, Leatherique, everything else inside though, apart from the steering wheel, is still original. I've really cleaned and groomed everything nicely, so it's all like new. And yeah, vacuumed the floor mats and stuff like that. And we'll start her up just so you can hear her. Love the smell of old AMG unburnt fuel. Just so you know, actually tomorrow I'm getting new Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on the front, because it's got 2 uneven different branded tyres at the moment. So 2 new Pilot Sport 4s on the front. So I'm excited for that. Just put new upper ball joints in the front suspension as well, but I want to do the whole lot. I just haven't had time to do it yet. And it's, to be honest, the first time I'd be doing it as a DIY mechanic, so I'm trying to study up on how to do it properly so I don't screw it up. Anyway guys, hope you like that video. That's just a quick intro to my E55 for you guys that love Mercs like I do. I love watching intros of other people's cars, so I hope you liked my video. If you have any suggestions, let me know, or anything I should look out for on the car, that'd be quite cool. I'll try and make some more videos of it. And yeah, I honestly, like, as I said before, I've owned a lot of AMGs now. You'll see on my channel, I've had a 204 C63, a 212 E63 with the bi-turbo V8. I've had the latest C63S. I had that for a couple of years until just a few weeks ago. Now I've got this, and honestly, I really think the E55 is my favorite AMG so far. It's not the smoothest car, it's not the quickest, although it's pretty close. Doesn't have the fastest gearbox by any stretch of the imagination, but it's such just a fun all-round car to drive, and it's pretty tail happy as well. You know, it likes to go, and it's just the supercharger and everything. Just the power is amazing. It's not 500 horsepower; it's still only 469 horsepower, but it feels literally as quick nearly as my S600 is. And this would definitely be quicker off the line. That's a big fat heavy V12. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you soon. Cheers.